So Haslab has announced their newest product that they're going to be making through that series. First we had Unicron, then we had Victory Saber, lastly it was Death Saurus. And this next one, I have to say, I'm actually quite surprised. What's up YouTube, I'm Alpha Prime and welcome back to the channel. It's just another discussion video on the announcement yesterday of the new Haslab. And as much as I was guessing between Primus and Omega Prime, I honestly thought they would have went with Primus. I really did think, you know, if anybody would have asked me what I honestly thought they would go with, I definitely think they would have went with this guy. This was the one that I thought they were going to go with. Omega Prime, I sort of thought, okay, I could see that. But I thought Optimus Primes usually do sell well on the actual general release. It's characters like Primus, or maybe, well, Unicron is a big one. But Victory Saber and Death Saurus are lesser known characters, unless you're fans of the Japanese series like myself. So I thought Haslab is more for that, because the people that really want those characters are going to back it, and the people that aren't so bothered will move on or don't know the character as such. So for me, they gave us Victory Saber, they gave us Death Saurus. The first one was Unicron, massive big one. So I thought Primus was next. I honestly believe Primus was next. But that doesn't mean that I'm not anyway interested in this new Haslab. It actually looks fantastic. It looks amazing. I have a Transformers 2001 small collection that I've made up with all different stuff. The Combiner Wars version of Ruination, I got that as my Combacticons from the 2001 because that's pretty much what they were. And I like them better than what the original release would have been, just like the G1 recolored. So I have got those guys sort of standing on that shelf. I do have the Ultra Magnus and the Optimus, and these are childhood toys. Biggest giveaway for them being the childhood ones is, as you can see here, this tire is literally hanging in there, and on Ultra Magnus he is missing a tire. The tires on these are cracking. As you can see here, this tire is definitely going to go at some point because it is completely split. So I've got these guys, but they're a little worse for wear. Let's see if I can prop them up a little bit while we're talking. You know, these were well played with back in the day when I was a kid. I really enjoyed these guys. I really enjoyed Transformers RID 2001. So definitely very interested in the new Haslab. I think it's a great figure. It looks absolutely fantastic. I've been seeing some comments already where people were sort of complaining, you know, the 40th anniversary, 2020 or RID 2001 is only 23 years old. But I think what they were sort of going, as they said, they were sort of going middle of the road nearly. Something they haven't done. I think, yeah, looks awesome. Do I think it was the right choice? Probably not. But do I think it's cool and a great one to do? Yes. So I know there's a lot of people that are sort of giving off, you know, it should have been G1, it should have been something to tie in G1, and maybe that's so, maybe they should have gave us a Primus, because that would have tied in, you know, the old Transformers, Primus was Planet Cybertron, so that would have tied in your G1 sort of side of it, and it also would have tied in the sort of newer stuff, because in Transformers Cybertron, that's when he transformed into Primus. using the Omega lock. So I was thinking Omega lock. We have Unicron. So my thoughts on why they didn't pick Primus in the end up is probably because Unicron took a long time to back. There was a lot of issues. I know they didn't have like a setup the way that they have now in the EU and all that sort of thing. Would it have possibly been better this time around because they have got more availability? I'm not so sure. I think they were scared to do it because Unicron really struggled. I mean, they had to extend the thing. Have you ever seen them extend any of the other ones? No. I think they were just a bit worried that it wouldn't sell. Whereas they know Optimus is going to sell. Omega Prime definitely is a fantastic sort of thing. Also, they took out the electronics to sort of help with the stability of the figure. I don't really mind about electronics and stuff like there, so that really doesn't bother me. I usually take the batteries out of any of the figures that carry electronics and stuff, and they just they make the figure more bulky, in my opinion, because you have to find somewhere to put batteries. If you're using the AA's or AAA's or whatever, you know, that just adds unnecessary bulk, in my opinion. I mean, some people really love the electronics, but I don't utilize them, so therefore it's sort of wasted on me. But I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that probably would have loved the electronics in it. But as they said in the live stream, they, instead of putting the money into putting electronics and wee gimmicks and stuff like that there, you know, like the missiles coming up on the actual fire hose ladder, they put it into the actual sculpt of the figure and the design of it. They've also promised that the tires won't split. I think they said it's going to be ABS, whatever, so happy days. Because I would love to be able to replace those tires on the original toys. They have got a lot of wear on them, a lot of chrome sort of damage and stuff like that there, like, because I really did enjoy messing with those figures when I was younger. So just as some of the pictures from the actual live itself, you know, we've got Optimus, we have Ultra Magnus, and they really do look fantastic. I mean, you've even got Optimus's base mode, just as his actual robot. Look absolutely fantastic. And then you have combined form, and it does look absolutely unreal. You can't deny it that it doesn't look like an absolutely fantastic figure. Obviously, it's not going to be for everybody. And again, look at it in this way. The fact of when they done Victory Saber, not everybody wanted that. A lot of people don't even know about Victory, don't really connect with it as much. But I didn't see as much sort of gripe towards it then. Maybe it's because it's the 40th anniversary, and I do understand, you know, 40th anniversary, you were probably expecting something G1 related, as was I. I mean, I really was expecting Primus. This is an absolute shock to me. They've even given us now Blue Bolts as a weaponizer. If I thought they were going down this route, I would have seen that one coming, to be fair. I do have his missile pods. You can just about see. I do have Blue Bolts for him, but it's probably in my accessory box somewhere. I only have so much space in the shelf, and I would have seen that coming. Like, I mean, they've done weaponizers, they're doing all that sort of stuff lately, so it's just sort of another bit onto it, I think. Do I think it's going to get backed? Yes, I think it will get backed. I think before I done this video, it was already at almost 2,600 backers, and that was only within a couple of hours. You know what I mean? Or in a few hours and stuff. This is open for another 44 days. I can definitely see this thing getting backed. And we also have had the tiers. Now, the first tier to be unlocked is the Matrix Saber or Matrix Sword. It does look really, really cool. It's not that big of a deal. It will look cool. It's good to have it along with it. And the next tier to unlock is to get the display base, which is 2 bits of road. And you can also put like the stand on it. They're going to give you 2 of those, so you can have 1 for Ultra Magnus and 1 for Optimus, which is good. It is nice to have, but for me and a Haslab, that should come standard. A display base for a Haslab should be standard. It shouldn't be an unlockable tier. I think an unlockable tier should have been possibly, you know, do it in 3 tiers. The way that The Ghost Star Wars Haslab, you can unlock new characters to go with it, the 3 3/4 inch. Could they have give us the three brothers as, you know, deluxe figures, you know, one for each tier, each 3,000? Would that have made it more inviting? I think so. I think it would have definitely drove it home if you'd have got those three as well. Well, at least we know we're getting one brother anyway. Now, I do understand for the price point you're getting two big figures and they're making one big one, but I mean, the two unlockable tiers, which needs a further 6,000 backers, I believe, is a sword and a display stand. I think they missed something there, in my opinion. So that's it for today's episode, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the description. Did you believe we were going to get a Primus? Or were you siding with Omega Prime? Let me know in the comments section. Are you going to be picking this guy up? If you are, let me know why. If not, also let me know why. Because I'm very interested to get a discussion going. I'm very interested to see what your thoughts are. So until next time, stay awesome.